Hi everyone, this is PJ Mahoney from Lost Heritage. Everyone just calls me Pam. We're good. Today I want to talk to you about motivation. What gets you to sit down in front of that computer or sit down with that pen in hand to write? Put your ideas down, get your story written. What is your motivation? I know you have inspiration, but what's your motivation? Is it money? Do you want to sell books? Is it popularity? Do you want your name to get out there and people to recognize you for who you are? Is it jealousy? A little bit of competition? Well, I have to admit, for me, it was a little bit of competition for me. And when I say you need the motivation, you see this beautiful no snow? I mean, behind me there would have been a 6-foot snowbank last week. No snow. And these bushes here, they're all going to start to turn green with all the leaves and greenery on it. So it's time to get out and start doing yard work, mowing the lawn, raking the leaves, and doing the yard work and cleaning up from all the mess from winter. Easily to forget your writing. And you shouldn't. It's a whole part of you. You shouldn't forget about writing. So what's your motivation to take time for yourself to write? As I said, mine was a bit of jealousy. I have friends who write books. And I've got so many friends that say, "Oh, they're going to write a book," or they are writing a book, and they're halfway through it, but they've been halfway through it for like 4 years now. And it's like, okay, and great ideas, but they just haven't sat down to finish and continue the book. So my thing was, I did come across a friend who was writing a book, and she finished her first book. I'm like, okay, I've been writing for years, but I've never finished one of my books. Close, but never quite finished one of my books. So she finished it. Didn't publish it, but she finished it, and she started on a sequel to it. She wants to do a trilogy. So that's great. I'm thinking that's fantastic. But it took her 7 years to write this book, and I'm thinking, I bet I can do it. I can write a book, and I can write it in less time and get it published. I bet I could. I did. The thing was, people are saying, "Oh, well, that's just..." I'm not saying I'm better. She is a very good writer, and her writing's much different than mine is. Not saying that any one person's writing is better than another, unless, of course, you're like Stephen King or somebody like that who's just a literary master. So what I'm saying is, it was my inspiration. I remember when Anne Murray, a Canadian singer, did her biography. And she said, I was watching TV and there was this singer there, and I said, I could do that and I could do better. I was amazed at how many people were offended by that. And I thought to myself, why? Why are you offended? If we didn't think we could do it, why would we do it? Too many people sit there and say, well, I can't do that. Well, then you're never going to try. How many people have gone out and says, well, I can do it and I can do it better. Or I can do it as well. And they become a little bit of competition. I think that's fantastic. We are human beings, and we kind of thrive on that competition. So I was jealous that she had done this, and I thought, okay, I'm going to compete. I'm going to write one. I'm going to write it faster. I did write it faster. Still took me 4 years, but I did write it faster. It may not be as long as hers, because hers is a really big, thick novel. But that was my motivation to sit down and write. I can do this. I got to prove it to myself. I can do this. I love writing. Absolutely love it. But it's too easy to get distracted. It really is. So you need to sit down, figure out what your motivation is. Write it down. Put it up on the wall beside your desk or wherever you happen to write. And make sure you see it. This is your motivation to sit down every day or every second day and at least put a few words on paper. This is the best way to do it. There's probably other ways. I'm saying this was the best way for me to do it. This would get my butt in gear to get her done. Anyways, I hope you find your motivation, your reason to keep going at it every day, because everybody has a book they can write. Everybody has a talent there somewhere. I hope you have a great day. If you like our little talks, please hit like and subscribe. You get more of me. Whether you want more of me, you get more of me. So please hit like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks again. Bye-bye.